Should be streaming. Test, 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 test. Test, test. Okay. So sound seems to be working. Everything else seems to be working. So far, so good. So now I'm coloring page 113 from our comic book Niels Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures. And let me open an older page. There we go, so I can get the colors. And I'm gonna turn off the characters so that I can color better. Was it like that? Can't remember where the sidewalk is. And the street rotated again. There we go. So that's where I'm supposed to be looking. Come on. You can do it, Google Maps. Okay, so it seems to be quite a lot of asphalt there, and then you have the street going in. I don't want inside the building. Oh, it's a church? Weird, random church. Can't remember where. I'm trying to get to the street view. There we go, Trumpington Street. Fitting name for a church. And I don't want to go inside the building, I want the street, but it seems like Google doesn't want to let me, so whatevers. I'll just do it by intuition. There we go. I'll probably have to turn off this layer just to be sure I don't select anything I don't want to select. So it's kind of this part here. I'll move it more up. And this part here. Oh, I put it over buildings. Okay, so Actually, I think I can like erase those. And select the tree color. Oh, I selected the bushes too. Perfect. Um, this will probably a bit bendy. Okay. Shrink the brush with the bracket key on my keyboard. It's a keyboard shortcut. There we go. Hmm. And I'm gonna try and color the buildings, and I'm still gonna try and get to that street. Come on, you can do it. Oh, hi, June. Oh, there's a piece of the street missing. That's why it wasn't working. They just didn't take pictures of Trumpington Street. Must be something top secret, like an embassy there. So maybe that wasn't a church, it was just some weird embassy that looked like a church on the inside. I'm not sure. I'm trying to. Hi, June. Trying to look at Trumpington, this part of the street here, and it's so weird, like out of. Yeah, out of all the places that I could have chosen as a reference, I chose that one. But it was kind of the only one to have a tree in front and be arranged um, cardinal that way. So, and now my street disappeared. The gate should be here. Come on. Used 3D view. This. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna brickish red color. Go to my other page that I colored and kind of get the colors there. Uh, I think is how it looked like. Yeah, but I kind of need a reference because I'm not sure which of these are supposed to be brick and which are not. Like I'm not sure. You drew a line here, maybe these, like so. I use this as kind of the reference. Okay, so that's beige as well. I've already moved on in the story to some other buildings, so I forgot what was which, and I confused myself. Yeah, confused and bamboozled, and it's like such a weird pattern every which way. It's like, what's this supposed to be? Modern art? And that'll be like even darker, I guess. I definitely do not enjoy architecture drawing. I do like looking at other people that do it, other people that do it well. So I enjoy watching that. Um, there are some concept art illustrators that just do an amazing job of it, and I sometimes watch their videos and I think, wow, that's so well done. It looks so good. There's supposed to be a mini balcony. No, it goes up to the next level. So I'm not sure, but I think there was a fence we forgot to do, maybe. Probably. And this part, I think it should go up forward. I'm not sure. Like that tangent line makes it really confusing. Um, I made the normal one, but should be like the first floor one. Yeah, it's no problem. It's confusing to follow all of these lines, and it's okay. Like it's not the first time. I often have to like patch the buildings 'cause something's off. I've gotten used to it. But it's just too many lines. Like if you would draw all of these lines, you'd never finish. It's just a bajillion little lines. Like look at what they did here at the base. It's like I don't even know. It's a bunch of lines and then some things between the lines. I'm not drawing that. It's too much. And it will look terrible on paper anyway. If you ever print it on a comic book, you have to simplify because it's just gonna look horrible. We have black line art, and when you just have too much of it, and not to mention the fact that ink bleeds a bit, you're just gonna have a brown muddled mess that's not gonna look good. Windows, I have no idea of the color. I'm just gonna... Oh, I press shift and it colors the whole thing. Interesting. It annuls the line art above if you press shift. Good to know. I was trying to press another button. See? It annuls everything if I press shift. All the line arts above. So it must be a keyboard shortcut for something in here. In the multiple referring slot. Oh, I gotta uh, show you, talk with you for the next page, the line art. Better do it now before I forget. So next one is gonna be 114, and they're gonna be at the entrance of the gate. So this one over here, the entrance, and Niels can't fit through the bars, and he also can't really climb above it. I mean, you can see in the picture, I don't think I need to explain why, unless you're a rock climber, you can't really do this as a kid. It's too hard. So they talk in front and then he teleports on the inside. And that's an easy page. Yeah, compared to other things we had to do, yeah, that one's easy. I've given you much worse. But I'm so happy we're ahead with the pages. It's so much peace of mind for me to know that I have a buffer zone. And I am a bit happy with the coloring on this page as well. Um, This is a much more interesting street color wise. Usually I was concerned that, oh, there's not enough color in my comic book page. What am I gonna do? But this panel looks pretty nice, so I'm a bit relieved. And I never really noticed until I had to do historically accurate comics how much less color there used to be. It's still a lot more than I thought it would. It was a good thing that I watched a lot of documentaries to see that actually people did have access, but it's just that many times they didn't want to look like a traffic cone. And especially like today, I mean, if you go on the street and you look at how people are dressed, unless it's summer, people usually don't put on bright colors. So even if you do have access, you just don't usually use it. And it doesn't really make for that much of a visual interesting um, comic book. So I definitely bumped up the colors on a lot of people that, from what I've seen, portraits of them, they never wore any color. So I was like, yeah, probably pushing it, but who's gonna tell me no? And I've also been watching a lot of film documentaries about clothing and kind of listening to the costume designers for those films, trying to see how they fix the problems. And from what I've noticed, a lot of costume designers make things that are a lot more colorful, but it just doesn't translate to the screen because they use a lot of filters and things like that to set a mood or a tone for the film. So they want it to seem like it's cold, so they just put a blue filter on it, and if you dress the character in red, it's just not gonna show up. It's gonna be muted. Like I was looking at Game of Thrones, and there's a redhead that lives up in the north, and you just never see the red in her hair unless it's like direct sunlight. You cannot tell that she's a redhead. Oh, I should get on there too then. I tried to do some coin ink, sorry, and it just didn't work. It kept telling me that the application there was an error and it didn't work. So I'm gonna, if it's working again, I'm gonna try and get some coin as well before it disappears. Because I just always feel bad when somebody donates to me and they're a comic book artist as well. I'm like, I want to give back too. And then I don't have any ink. And I'm like, ah. I still haven't had the time to watch the American Gods this week's episode, so I'm just maybe gonna sit an hour, do some laundry, do some coins, some ink, and watch American Gods. Ah, the whiskers! They're not on the layer. Well, all episodes are weird. Really? The whiskers are not on the color layer. Okay. What we're gonna do is erase these here. And I'm gonna copy paste them on the other layer, see if it works. And it makes it vector. Okay, let's see if I convert it to vector. Yay, it turned it into a line. But a really jagged, ugly line. Let's see, is there a way to make it less ugly? On the color layer, I mean, you're not gonna see it, but I'm gonna know it's ugly. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do, because I want to learn this in case I ever have this problem. No problem, just trying to figure out. No, it's still ugly and jagged. How do I change that? Yeah, but I was wondering, like, how could I learn to do this without that? Because sometimes I might need to redraw the face, and I'm not gonna be able to do it as good as you. For whiskers, it's simple, like I can do that myself and not be an issue. But I was curious, like this conversion to a vector layer, how can I do it so that it's smooth? Because this is not gonna be the last time I'm gonna have this issue. Like I had it for other things. Sometimes you do draw something on the wrong layer, and I just, since I'm in private, I do it by myself. But now I was thinking maybe if I talk to you, you know how maybe I can make it look good. Settings when converting raster to vector. Okay. Let's see. So I draw something raster, and I want to convert this to vector. Blending mode seems to be just the color. Settings for vector. Minimum width corrections. So here. Okay, so that's what it did with 20 conversion. What if I want one? Yeah. Anti-aliasing. I have no idea. Oh, okay. Okay, so width doesn't really matter. It still looks bad. Um, let's see. Vector layer settings. Corrections. I don't remember what was the default. Let's say 14. Um, weak density 20. Oh, this looks good. Okay. So it's not as jagged. Okay, so these are the horrible whiskers. I'm just gonna delete these. And let me get my tablet out. Oops. Okay, so let me draw some whiskers on here. And I have a normal raster layer. And I want to convert to vector because I drew on the wrong layer, let's say. And select this. And it made it really, really thin. So I'm gonna try again. I'll put 100. Okay. I'm not sure what anti-aliasing is supposed to be. I know it's in something in video games, but... So this is apparently what it can do. Not great. I have no idea how to get it exactly the same. But it's better than before. So I guess we can keep trying, guessing. Density threshold, let's say 30. Yeah, no matter what I fiddle around with, it's not following the values. Which is too bad. At least we know that it doesn't work, so we can't rely on this. It will not fix the issue if we ever make the mistake. We'll just have to redraw the whole thing. I thought it would be like an easy patch in case we do a mistake like this again. But there doesn't seem to be a way to fix it easily. Though I think it should. Oops. What were the roofs colored? Okay, it's that ugly brown. Him and his big whiskers. So funny. I imagine Erwin as a baby would just be more whiskers than cat. I don't know if you've seen one of those funny YouTube videos about strange cats that have like a funny face. And there was this one little kitten that had black fur, but the whiskers were really white. So they just stood out against the other fur so much. It was absolutely hilarious how he looked like. It was just like the whiskers bigger than the kitten. And I feel like baby Erwin would be like that as well. Mostly fur, not so much meat. it's still red because the battery hasn't been charged yet. Oh, what did I decide for the roof? I can't remember. And it looks lighter, yeah. At least these types of buildings, I'm kind of familiar with them, but I am sort of dreading the moment where I'm gonna have to draw uh Asian buildings, and some of them are even worse than the British ones when it comes to detail. So it's just gonna be a nightmare, a total nightmare to make them. But hopefully they'll look good. If I can get them to look good, I'll be so happy. Not great, good is good enough. Um, uh, okay, so it should be like a white, should be a line here. Take care, June. This is sticking out, so I'll leave it like that. Um, so it should kind of be. Oh, I got hungry again. I only get hungry. Wait, so yeah, this is red on the inside and yellow on the outside? Did it get renovated or is it just architecture in this city is so weird. So weird. Like I feel like maybe it got renovated, like it can't be just the facade pretty and in the back it's bricks like that, so obvious. Although I've seen in the here in the US they do this a lot. Like they have pretty fake brick facade for the house and then back it's just ugly wood painted white. So I think it might be a similar situation. And the roof, probably that brown. I'll finish coloring the panels and then I'm gonna go snack something. I ate some biscuits today. I thought it was gonna be enough. Because I didn't want to spend time cooking and washing. Then the dish I'd make. Um, yeah, I got lazy. Too lazy to eat, and now I'm hungry. I wonder if this is like a first world problem or a girl problem or a First world girl problem. Okay, turn the layer off. Okay, and now I'm gonna select this, just delete it, and make another layer, name it sky. I'm gonna put a mask on this layer. Don't crash. Don't crash. I can't remember when I last saved. Don't. Please. Ah! I said please. Clip Studio Paint, you're embarrassing yourself on live TV. No, don't corrupt the file. No, the file's corrupted. Please, 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 please. I worked 2 hours. Oh no, 1 hour. Exaggerating, 2 hours. But it felt like 2 hours. Maybe it's Windows' fault. It was acting weird these few days. Yeah. Hope the file is not corrupted. I don't want to lose my progress. This never happened before, by the way. This is the first time this ever happened to me in Clip Studio Paint. And yesterday, Windows was acting weird. Like, my this window page, the folder thingy, this thing froze, and I couldn't get files from it. So it's probably gotten, I don't know, either an update it was bad or some virus or something. I will need to reformat this computer because I haven't done it in over a year, but since we're moving, I really don't want to do this. I'll do it when we get back home because I hate reformatting. Yay! Please open. Woohoo! It worked. And I only lost coloring the head of the lion. Yay! Minimal damage. This is why, kids, you should always save. Yeah. I constantly press Control S, and that's when it actually froze because I pressed Control S and then something happened and it wasn't the usual save. Um, it was really strange because I was drawing some watercolor. Yeah, I was drawing some watercolor painting and I kept doing the movement with my left hand because I usually have the left hand on the keyboard and the right hand on the mouse or the stylus, and I just press stuff. And I was drawing watercolor and I kept wanting to do the hand movement with my left hand, so I was trying to press the paper with my fingers. So I would draw with my right hand the flowers, and then I would try with my left hand to save what I did. Oh my god. It is so ingrained in me to just press Control S. For the past 10 years I've been working mostly digitally, so like I feel the need to do that all the time. It's just so, I don't know, it's weird. I've developed this reflex. Sometimes I dream that I'm washing my teeth and then I want to save in my dream, save the progress of washing my teeth. And I'm trying to remember when I caught myself doing this randomly. I haven't tried to save potting flowers or cooking, like at least that's in the normal side of my brain. But still it's strange. I feel like doing it all the time. Generally, I try and not work exactly before I go to sleep or play a difficult game before I go to sleep because the entire night I'll be annoyed of how I'm trying to just fix what I wasn't able to do in waking times. So, um, for example, I would sometimes play Plants vs. Zombie before going to sleep, and if I lost, I would just dream that over again, over and over again, and I would try to win and just always lose, and it was so annoying. And so also when I work, I try and um, finish on a good note. Like if I'm doing something and it's going well, I'm gonna end it there. So that I dreamed that I had success and it worked as I wanted it to work. Um, because otherwise, I'm just gonna dream that I drew that line bad, and just that's the only thing I'm gonna um, be dreaming for the whole night. Yeah, it's so annoying when it happens. I'm like, why can't I dream I'm rich? Why can't I dream I have a castle and a boat and I don't know that I finished all my books. I finished writing them. Or I don't know, I can dream I'm skinny again. What's on the rail? Ah, okay. Gate. And I want it in the purple. Too purple. Just make it gray. Too gray. Closer. And I'll even it out in um, when I do the shading. And the line art I think in the background is the same, right? So I can just copy paste it colored and everything. But it should actually be a bit of the street there. So I should have like the side of the church here. I'm gonna draw that offline because it's gonna take too long now. And yeah, It should be like the end of the church. Or isn't the church? Saint Mary, yeah, that's a church. Okay. I wasn't sure because there was another building on the same street that looks like a church as well on the inside only. So, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised like if you had three churches, one next to the other. It is something that happens in Romania. You have like a bajillion churches, each next to each other. There we go. Um, and here are the too many lines, which is what happens when you would actually try and draw every line. Okay, let's try and color this. Um, where's my... Oh. No, I feel like sneezing so bad. Where's the have to zoom out, zoom in, see if I can get a good look of it. Okay, so first two have red brick, the others have less, and then it doesn't have at all. Honestly, who made all of these buildings in Cambridge? Wait, so it extends all the way like this? kind of. But it looks really bad. Just do it like half-assed like that. Although it wouldn't make sense because the pillar thingy. Whatever. Can I get rid of the guideline? Really? I can't select it? No, I don't want to move the grid. I want to move the guideline. I only want one of them because it's giving me issues. I can't believe this. I can't select the... grid ruler. Can I do it now? Come on. I can do this in Photoshop and I can't do it in this program? It's ridiculous. I can't believe this. So stupid. Okay. There we go. Now it looks good. Wait. No, it's the... darker version because it goes underneath. Where's the opening? Uh-huh. Okay, let's see the. Uh, I got quite a bit here to do. It seems. So it should be going here and. Would it be like that? Probably more like this. Okay, let me check and see what the heck is going on there. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, too complicated. Huh? Why did this? Oh, it's updating. Could have asked for my permission. Would be nice. Take care, June. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna continue with this a bit more. Okay, so it can't be like that. I have to actually finish this. Do I have skew? No, don't rotate. Uh, edit. Mesh transformation. Oh, no, I want skew. Do you have skew? There's gotta be somewhere. Okay. It's kind of a weird distort skew type of thing. Edit. No. Oh, this has gotta be one of those annoying transforms features. I wish Clip Studio Paint did a much better job with this. Like I'm just eyeballing it and it's looking terrible. Trying to color in all of those bits. Usually when you go further, you lighten colors to kind of show depth that way, but you can also go dark like I have here. Simply because it goes around the building, and I kind of like showing more secret looking areas with darkness. And usually I go trees darker than bushes. Um, it's not a rule that has any particular logic to it. It's just how I um, do it for my own uh, comforts, let's say. Kind of how I keep track of stuff. But here, since I have so many, I'm just shifting the colors and letting the trees be more yellow and the bushes more blue and colder color, because they're kind of down below there in this instance. Let's see. Okay, so window glasses here. What did I do for the other panels? Oh, oh, I didn't even put windows there. I'll have to put them. Yeah, so I guess this would kind of be it. Uh, Still have the sky details and things like that to add. I kind of added the detail that way without any line art. And should be mostly fine. I turn off the guides. Yep. Okay. I think it's mostly done. There I need to add some more detail because it's a bit lacking. Like some bricks, texture. I'm gonna see where I can resurrect some and put it there so it's not as simple. Also that line over there I'm gonna have to kind of color it in. And yeah, I think I'm done with page 113. I didn't expect to finish it all in one live stream. I'm glad I managed to get it done. So then this Saturday, if June doesn't finish the page, the line art by then I will um, stream some gaming stuff. Um, what else I had to do? Oh yeah, so April is the last month I do live streams, and don't forget to check out the giveaway if you want to win some free art. The entries end on the 20th of April. So yeah, that was it everyone. Take care and have a lovely day.